It's been about 5 years since we last covered a OnePlus device here on this channel. I think the last phone we checked out was the OnePlus 2, which came out in 2015. There's a lot that changed since then, and I actually want to thank OnePlus for sending out this cool media kit for us to check out. We are a little late to the game, but I still wanted to share my experience with you guys. Now, OnePlus has been teasing the OnePlus 8 Pro for some time now, and they weren't trying to be subtle with some of the newer features it'll have, like the 120Hz display, Snapdragon 865, and finally adding wireless charging to their phone. But when they did announce it, what stood out to me the most is how fast that wireless charger is, because it can deliver up to 30 watts of power wirelessly, which means you can get up to 50% in just 30 minutes. However, there is a catch. You'll need this specific wireless charger from OnePlus, which is around $70. It's a pretty beefy charger compared to my other wireless chargers at home because of that extra tech that they packed in there. But 50% of power in half an hour? That's as fast as plugging in the phone via USB-C. So color me impressed. Now, I'm not going to be covering software experience and performance on these devices because I'm sure you've already watched The Verge's video or MKBHD's video, so I'm not going to bore you with all of that information. But I did want to quickly mention that the 120Hz display in 1440p with that 240Hz touch sampling rate is just incredible. Everything looks crisp, fast, and I can't stop swiping through menus and scrolling through web pages just so I can see how fast it's scrolling. There's something about super fast refresh rate that makes the overall experience so much better. Now, the other thing I'm a fan of besides the super high refresh rate from this year's flagship are the colors. It comes in its usual onyx black if you don't want to be super flashy, but the other two, glacial green, which is this one, it's kind of like a Tiffany blue or aqua, and the ultramarine blue just looks so perfect in any lighting condition. It's just so different, it's bold and loud, and I love that. Now, if you can't get your hands on the cooler colors though, you can opt in to skin your devices with Dbrand, which is our channel sponsor. You can choose from a variety of different colors and textures, plus they have this new teardown skin which emulates a transparent effect on the back of the phone, which means you can see the red battery, the charging coils, and all the other internal parts inside the 8 Pro. If you are interested in picking one up and help support the channel, be sure to click that first link below. And when it comes to build quality, it just screams flagship. We've got metal and glass, and it's just so nice to look at. Now, I'm personally not a fan of curved displays. I wish it had a flatter looking display, but I understand why OnePlus did it. It's to make the phone more immersive and show that their phones are almost bezel-less. Now, the reason why I'm not a fan of curved displays is because, for example, if you're holding the phone, you may accidentally hit the screen and activate something. Software has been pretty good at avoiding that, but there were some occasions where it opened up an app or menu by accident. Now, it also doesn't help that the 8 Pro only comes in this huge package. So one big emphasis for me in smartphones are the cameras. OnePlus have always had solid cameras on their phones, and they're comparable to Samsung's Galaxy S lineup or Huawei's P or Mate series, but it never reached that Pixel or iPhone camera level just yet. The camera here are two 48 megapixel shooters for its ultra-wide and wide camera. It has a 3x hybrid zoom camera at 8 megapixels, and this 5 megapixel color filter, which I'm not really sure why it's here. So shots from the OnePlus 8 Pro are really solid. I noticed that it's a little bit aggressive on that software sharpening, just like any previous OnePlus device, but colors are accurate, shadows aren't crushed, highlights aren't blown out in any of the photos I've taken during a day, so it's pretty easy to manipulate and edit these photos in Lightroom. Night mode's also really good on the OnePlus 8 Pro. There are still some noticeable noise in the shadows, but minimal enough and won't be all that noticeable once it's been uploaded to Twitter or Instagram. I also noticed that when you're taking close-up shots of products or a subject, for example, you'll get this natural-looking bokeh versus a software-based bokeh using portrait mode. Now, OnePlus was able to achieve this look because of their custom Sony IMX689 sensor, which is one of the biggest camera sensors on a smartphone. Pairing that with an f1.7 aperture, you'll get incredible close-up shots with this phone. Video recording is a lot better on the 8 Pro, but overall the video is still too punchy and contrasty for my liking. I think the iPhone's video camera is still far more superior than any Android phones I've tested. But yeah, that's the OnePlus 8 Pro. It's got an amazing display, one of the best displays I've ever seen on a smartphone. It's 5G ready, it's got a good set of cameras, and it retails for $900, which is definitely in that flagship category. There's also the OnePlus 8, which is smaller at 6.5 inches, but you won't get some of the cooler features like wireless charging, 120Hz refresh rate, telephoto lens, or the same main camera sensor that's on the OnePlus 8 Pro. But it is cheaper, which starts at just $699. So if you're looking to upgrade or you're just ready to buy a new phone and you're thinking of picking up either the new Samsung Galaxy S20 and you're still debating which one to buy, pick up the 8 Pro instead. You won't be disappointed, it's just as beautiful looking, and the overall phone experience will be a lot better.